Hello, everyone. Today is a mindful minute or a mindful moment for you. I continuously, like very often, I'll go through Facebook or different articles and such, and I'll pick up on people saying, "I'm feeling anxious," or "My child is anxious," and we have all these emotions, and I absolutely understand. Um, there's just certain times of the year when there's more anxiety going on and more stress. There's so much that creates that expectation, demands, and the list goes on and on. But honestly, the bottom line is these are thoughts. These are thoughts that we created from a belief that we decided about ourselves. And this goes way back from when we were little. And for our children, it doesn't go that far back, but it is from an experience that we encountered. And then we created this thought at the same time. A thought showed up, and then a belief was created, and then emotions occur from that. And as we, move through our lives, we continue to build upon that thought or that belief. We have more occurring experiences that support it. And there are definite ways to totally dismantle those thoughts and beliefs and move past them. And there's a lot of deep work you can do, and they are incredibly powerful and incredibly beneficial, and they work. But for right now, I want to give you a little tip that you could use throughout the day that is also incredibly beneficial and incredibly helpful. And I have shared this before, I know I have, but I feel like it's important to do again. We all have smartphones nowadays, and if we don't, we all have a watch, or we all have timers, we all have computers, we all have something that has a timer on it. And on that whatever it is, device that you have, just set a timer. I used to set mine to go off every hour. And this was when I was working in the schools. In my classroom, my timer would go off every hour. And the children and I would decide, what is the timer going to sound like? When did we want it to go off? Some children wanted it to go off every half hour. But there were other children who felt very, very strongly that was just too much for them. So we compromised and came to an hour. You may want to do it every 2 hours, maybe every 4 hours. It just depends. And what you do is you set the timer. When the timer goes off, you stop everything that you're doing. Even if you're driving, you pull over. And I know this might sound crazy, but aren't you worth it? Isn't your child worth it? Isn't your peace of mind and your peace of being worth it? Absolutely. So, and if you're a teacher or if you work in a classroom setting, isn't it worth it for everyone involved to have a peaceful environment? Yes, it is. So you let the alarm go off. As the alarm is going, you walk over, you turn it off. And right as the alarm goes off, everybody takes a big, deep breath. Or you don't have to take a deep breath, and you stop. And you expand your heart space. And I have shared how to do that in so many different videos, centering in the center of your chest, going within, stopping everything you're doing. You stop. You stop moving, you stop talking, you stop thinking, you stop eating. And if you're going to the restroom, then you finish and then you come out. And you stop everything that you're doing. And you close your eyes. You must take yourself away from the outer circumstances. And you do this. You expand your heart space. It only takes 30 to 60 seconds. You can do it for longer if you want to. And you be in this space. And when you feel your heart space has expanded as large and as far as it's going to expand, that's when you open your eyes, and then you can go back to what you were doing. Because what that does is it clears the mind. All the going on in there, all the chatter and all the noise, it clears it out. And then you're back to center, and you feel calm and peaceful and rested and ready. And if you're working with a group of children, or even just your own children in your house, it shifts the space. It just totally, that's what it does. It totally, it soothes everything out. I'm telling you, it works 1,000,001 times over. There are much deeper ways to move through these anxious feelings and thoughts and beliefs, but for the moment, this is a way to shift your energy and your thoughts and your feelings for the moment. And it gets you through until you can go deeper into those anxious feelings that popped up, because they're popping up to move away. They're popping up to go, and they will go. And maybe you won't need to go deeper once you do this for a week every day. Maybe they won't show up anymore, or maybe they won't show up as deep as they did. But I'm just telling you it works. And I'm saying give it a try. I dare you. I challenge you. Try it, because I'm telling you, it makes all the difference in the world. And so here's the thing I want to say, though. This just came to me to say. If you're working with your children and they're still wiggling around while they're still, it's okay. Okay. Don't freak out. Like, don't get upset. Just let them do that and see if it becomes less and less and less. Just tell them that they must be quiet for that time. If they can be still physically, but they need to make noise, okay. Then tell them that they must be physically still for that moment. Work with your kids. Work with yourself. You might be someone who needs to shake your leg and not talk, or everyone is different. And eventually you'll get to the place where you can be still and quiet and just be in the nothing. Maybe music's playing. I have music playing. That's okay. You can listen to the music. If it's loud rock and roll music, you may want to focus on just the beat. You can even cover your ears if you need to. You can cover your eyes. There's no rule. There's just being. And all you're doing is being in that mindful moment and getting into that flow, into that zone, into that beautiful energy, that beautiful space that beats your heart and grows the trees in the world. So try it. Give it a go. I dare you.